Hi everybody, I'm in the middle of making bacon and bean wraps, savory bacon and bean wraps. I know that you're all familiar with sweet bacon and bean bundles, but this is just a little bit different. I have guests coming for dinner tonight and I wanted to be a little fancy. So we're gonna continue making this, and I was in the middle of it and I said, you know what, I need to be showing my friends how to do this. So this is savory bacon and bean wraps. I'll bring you in and show you exactly how I do it. Okay, I'm about half finished with my bacon and bean wraps, but I'm going to start as though I was just beginning this video because I want you to have all of the information. The first thing that I did was to spray my baking dish with some Pam, and then I cut a piece of parchment paper to fit. So that's what I'll be using, and this makes for easy cleanup. The next thing is that I'm using whole green beans. You can use any brand that you want to. These are kind of hard to find in the grocery store. I don't know if they just are short of them or if lots of people are doing the bacon and bean bundles, but I had a hard time finding these. So you may, if you want to do these, you may want to start looking for some whole green beans. So I opened the can and I just drained them, and I have a little sifter type strainer here, and I just drained all the juice off. The longer the beans, the better, but they're not all the same size, and that is perfectly okay. I'm using just regular bacon. You don't want to use thick slice because it won't cook evenly, and it takes longer to cook it, to bake it, and also your beans will get too done if you use thick bacon. So just use the regular size or sliced bacon. And I bought the low sodium today, so that's what I'm using. Now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start putting the bundles together. So we're going to take about 12 green beans, and don't get all the long ones first, get some short ones too. And then I'm just going to take my bacon and wrap it from the bottom side and just bring it around and kind of tuck it underneath like that and just lay it on the parchment paper. So we'll just talk while I do this. It won't take but just a few minutes. Just grab maybe 10 or 12 green beans. This one can will make 4 of the bacon and bean wraps. So you can kind of estimate every how many you're serving, then you'll know how many cans of beans that you need to purchase. So you just take your beans, kind of line them up in your hand like this, and I'm wearing gloves. You know, I'm a big glove wearer just because I can handle things a whole lot better when I'm dealing with bacon or anything like that. So you just take your beans, line them up, and take your bacon and fold it over and tuck it under and place it on your parchment paper. So we just have one more, and then I'm going to mix up our mixture. I mentioned earlier that a lot of people make the bean bundles, green bean bundles, using brown sugar because it gives you a sweet and caramelized taste and texture. But my family doesn't care for sweet green beans. They just like green beans cooked the old-fashioned way. Just put them in a boiler and add some salt and some seasoning, maybe some bacon, and cook them that way. So I knew that my family would not care for that particular mixture over the green bean bundles. So what I decided to do was to try to come up with something that would make it savory rather than sweet. So what I'm using today is a 1/4 of a cup of melted butter, Now this is a half a stick of butter. And I'm going to take my gloves off while I'm doing this. And I'm going to add some garlic powder. You don't have to measure it. Just stir it in like that. And next, I'm going to add just a tiny bit, probably a half a teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon. And this is the garlic chicken, or the roasted chicken flavor. So I'm just going to add probably a heaping teaspoon of the Better Than Bouillon. Remember, I put this in my dressing, and y'all, it was so good. It was such a big hit. So I'm just going to stir that around to mix it all in. And this is really salty. It has a lot of sodium in it. So you don't want to add salt to your beans. Just let people add it at the table as they want to. So salt and pepper is to taste. So now we're just going to take our beans, and I have preheated my oven to 400 degrees. And I'm just going to drizzle this mixture over the beans. I'm going to kind of go up under the bacon like that. Kind of getting it everywhere, aren't I? But that's okay. You just want to get it on there. And so what I'm going to do, I'll continue drizzling this over all of the beans, and then I'll place it in the oven on 400 degrees and bake it. I think it'll be done in about 20 minutes, but when it gets done, I'll come back and we'll look at it together. Okay, these savory bacon wrapped beans are ready to come out of the oven. They have baked for 40 minutes at 350 degrees. Look at this beautiful corn casserole that I have. It's ready to come out as well. I'm going to top it with some grated cheese. And my family members who are already here, they spotted these beans and they are so excited to try it, and so am I. Okay, friends, we enjoyed these beans so much. My family, every one of us enjoyed it. In fact, my grandson, he had two. I just fixed one for each one of us, and I had a couple of extras, and those did not stay on the platter because they were taken up by my grandson, and he loved them. He doesn't even care for vegetables. So I hope you'll try this savory bacon and bean wrap. I hope that you will help me to get this video out there, y'all. This is new. I haven't seen this on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere. I haven't seen a recipe like this. So I hope that nothing would thrill me more than for this to go viral. I love you. I hope that you'll try this as a side dish during the holiday season, and I'll see you again really soon with another good recipe.